Hey guys, this is Pedro back with another interview, this time covering VCT Americas Stage 1 2025 during Media Day, of course. For this occasion, I'm here accompanied by pANcada of Loud, coming off of their appearance in Kickoff where they finished 5th and 6th, looking to bounce back and improve at the very least in Stage 1. And so, pANcada, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity for this quick interview. First and foremost, I mean, we're sometime after the team's performance in Kickoff, so I want to ask you, how have you guys been preparing for stage one? What have you been changing? What have you been kind of improving so far in this break?
Um, Actually, we took this time off to fresh and try new stuffs, like maybe new comps, because the meta is always changing. So we had to try everything. Uh, that is all that I can say. I think we were trying new stuffs and try to find ourselves in that.
Yeah, and of course, like we've seen the meta shift more towards like agents like Tejo and just having to go or have like very aggressive compositions, especially looking at the teams that participated in Thailand. But like for you and your team in particular, Pancada, what have you been kind of focusing on the most? You know, the most important thing that your team has been focusing on in order to, at the very least, have a very better version of yourselves.
Um, to be a better version of ourselves, for sure, we were like focusing our T side. We had some stats and our CT was pretty good, pretty solid, but our T side was a little bit bad. So that was our focus on this time, this
Hmm.
off time.
Yeah, and definitely we saw how you guys were trying to handle that kind of issue back in kickoff and just having to like perform at the best of your abilities. I mean, in many ways, you guys performed most or surpassed the expectations that, frankly, a lot of people had for this Loud team coming into this season. I mean, finishing fifth and sixth, losing to Crew and Sentinels, pretty strong teams in their own right. And so, like, just focusing on those matches in particular, how did you kind of view the team's performance in, at the very end of your run in kickoff and just having to try to do well, continue the run in the first event of the year.
I guess uh we didn't play well, but we also didn't play bad. Was if I would rate, I would say like a 6 for us in this tournament. We could do better. We were playing good against Sentinels, but we threw some important rounds and that made us lose. After that, I don't know what happened, but we didn't show up to the game against Crew. We didn't were there. Uh, we had like a off day and we just disappeared. That wasn't us. So the focus right now it's to not be that team anymore that disappear in an important match.
Hmm. Yeah, and at the very least, you guys have been building from that competition up until this current point. I mean, one of the things that I want to ask you about in this interview is sort of the progression of the team, but more so not focusing on like going from kickoff to right now, but more so like the progression of the team, playing with your teammates, your new teammates. Well, technically new teammates, because like you're pairing up with the likes of DGZ and Vinny, people that you've already played with before earlier on in your career before you joined Loud in 2022. And so like, I mean, I already asked like those two people about how it's been for them to reunite with you, but like I want to ask you in particular, Pancada, how has the reunion been like so far, and just having to play with them again, and also on top of that, given that it's been some time since you guys have been together, what do you think has been the biggest thing that changed the most for you in being teammates with them?
Actually, now I think that I have a better version of myself, so I can put a lot of experience and teach it in a lot. Something that was different some time ago, but like the first time that I played with Vini or STK, they had to teach me a lot of stuff. So right now, I think that I can and throw it back like cheating then everything that I learned like in 2022, in 2023 with St. Louis, I had a lot of great experience to share right now.
So it kind of feels like now you're being looked at as like the veteran of the team, someone that, other players can look at and say, okay, hey pANcada, I need help with this, and can you help me with that? Is that kind of how it's been?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And actually, I'm also open to learn the ideas and help if uh and help to add something if they need, you know.
And that said, what do you feel has been the one thing that you have been adding to this team so far in this season?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, you said about like adding things
Uh huh.
from yourself to the team to improve. What do you feel is the most important thing that you've been adding to the team?
Ah, the most important for me is the calm.
Mm.
Calm. You know, I'm a chill guy, and I like the game to be like that. We don't need to scream when we are comes like saying agents or playing around. I don't like that we take bad decisions because we are like feeling the game. You know, we are feeling the game. The match sometimes is good, and we start to run, and we lose some important rounds. So that is the thing that I most add to the game, like the calm.
I mean, going back into the sort of the transition as a player from those early days of yourself to now. I mean, one other thing that I also want to point out is sort of the change of your presence within the team. As in 2022, you were looked at as like one of the young players looking to improve an up and coming Brazilian team. Pairing up with Saadhak and Sasi. They were the veterans. They were the leaders of the squad, and just having to you follow their lead, and you know you after like winning champions 2022 and having to go to Sentinels, try to do your best there, and then moving back over into Loud. How do you view the change in yourself, transitioning from when you were like a young person looking to do well underneath the veterans, to now just flip-flopping, switching positions to now you are the guy, that people are looking at as a veteran.
Yeah, it's tough because now I have more responsibilities. Responsibilities. Yeah.
No, no, you're good.
So yeah, I need to be like a mirror to them. To them. So I can't be like the guy that do wrong things because they gonna see that and they gonna repeat. So I have to try to show my best side. So it's a weird part, you know. I'm not used to it. It's my first team that I'm the one of the oldest one. So that is crazy. I'm still adapting to this.
Mhm. No, I was about to ask if you've gotten used to the change, and yeah, I definitely understand that, and such is the way for a team to do it, to try to be at their best at the early part of the season. Hopefully, you guys can do well and improve from here on out. And yeah, like one other topic that I want to ask you about is sort of like your thoughts on your past teammates. Les and Sadak, moving over to Europe, and Sadak has been over in Carmine Corp right now, trying to do well over there, and also Les was just recently competing in Masters Bangkok with Team Vitality, and hope, and look, things are looking good for his team as well. I just want to ask you just sort of what you think about them showing up in Europe and just having to compete there. What are your thoughts on that? Because like it's kind of similar to how you and Sassi moved over from Brazil to North America and just having to like try to do well in a new environment.
Actually, I like it. I like it. Uh, then exploring new stuffs, learning new things. I think in the loud we had one way to play, and I learned it a lot when I went to Sentinels. So I think they will go through the same stuffs and they will learn a lot. Also, for Les, is it's pretty good for him. He's young. He can learn a new language. So, and I hope they go well. Also, they open doors for different players, like to move to Europe to play there. So I think it's pretty good.
Do you want to like give like some sort of message to them, so that they can watch this video and say, okay, we'll get you, we'll do well for you, pANcada.
Well, I only wish them the best of luck. I wish they both make the grand finals and go to Masters, go to Champions. And I also want to meet them there. So that's it. Good luck for boys. I love you. Wow.
For sure, man. And also got to give my thanks to you for answering all of my questions for this interview. The voices in my head are telling me to wrap up, so I'm gonna have to do that right now. So, pANcada, thank you so much for
Thank
the
you.
interview, answering all of my questions, and of course, best of luck goes to you and the rest of the squad.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you so much, pANcada. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. See ya.